Okay, so this particular video, I'm going to focus a little bit on arm lock putters. Now, a little bit of a topic now which is getting discussed quite a lot. Obviously, we see the likes of Bryson De'Chambeau using an arm lock putter, and a few other tour players have actually switched to them. And the big question, maybe I'm going to ask you as a viewer, is this cheating? Okay, we know within the rules of the R&A, it isn't cheating because we're not anchoring against the main part of your body. We're just anchoring against that forearm. But is it effectively like cheating? I'd love to hear your comments, so do post them down below. But this video, I've got two arm lock putters to test and maybe compare against each other. ODYSSEY 2-ball 10 arm lock against the SIK arm lock, which is what the brand that Bryson De'Chambeau uses. I'm gonna have a little play with these, and then I'm gonna pick a favorite, and then I'm gonna put it up against my traditional length putter, which is 35-inch ping over a 6-hole putting competition. Lower score, possibly. Can the arm lock go in my bag as a result? We'll see. Okay, to kick things off, we're going to start with the ODYSSEY. So as I say, this is the 2-ball 10 arm lock. So very popular shape in terms of the 2-ball 10, 2 balls on the top. We've got that dark black alignment line going through the 2 balls, which does help massively with alignment there. We've obviously got the little teeth and the grooves in the actual club face, a little bit of an insert, so it's going to obviously feel pretty good. Now, arm lock's a little bit different in regards that the standard loft on this is 7 degrees, which sounds a lot. A traditional putter is typically between 2.5, 3 degrees, but obviously the way we have to position the putter up against the arm, there's going to be quite a lot of forward press of the handle, which obviously is going to de-loft that 7 degrees, probably back in and around that standard 2.5, maybe 3 degrees. Now, this is a 42-inch in length. Obviously, you'll see a long handle, a long grip there now, and it's also available in a 40-inch, I believe. So there's 2 options there. But let's hit a couple of putts with the ODYSSEY. As I say, I think I've had a little play around for about an hour now, just getting used to it, because I think that's probably one thing I would say to anybody out there looking at an arm lock putter is don't just have a couple of putts, because I pretty much guarantee it'll feel weird to you. It'll feel very, very strange just having the handle forward. That's the big difference here, I find, is when you're pushing that handle forward up against the forearm, there's quite a heavy shaft lean there, and at the same time it does feel like the handle's very much more upright, so you're very much more over the ball. Big sort of forward lean, but it plays a loft as it probably should do there. And obviously what we're trying to do through the stroke itself is just keep that connection of that grip up against that forearm all the way through the stroke. Very visual, as we know, with the 2-ball 10, 2 balls, the line through it. So as an alignment aid, it is really good. And the feel off the club face is nice and soft. It feels like the ball rolls off very nicely. Yeah, that feels good. As I say, just feels a little bit strange, that forward lean. But let's jump into the SIK putter and have a little look at that and see if there's any differences between that against the ODYSSEY. Okay, so now moving into the SIK. So the actual model I've got here is the Flow C head, which is quite a large sort of mallet style with a weight in each back corner of there. It's a sort of head shape that I quite like. Obviously, De'Chambeau's is a little bit more of a blade sort of putter, or small cavity heel weighted putter. But I've got the setup the same here. So 43 inches, so it's just an inch longer than what we've got there. But straight away there, difference here is the grip. It's such a different grip, much thicker. This is the Jumbo Max. I believe this is the one that De'Chambeau uses, and it's a little bit different in regards to the flat part of the grip, which is generally on the front of the golf club, is actually on the side, which would go up against your forearm. So, and I think first impressions there, it sits so much better than maybe the ODYSSEY one. ODYSSEY one's a little bit more thin. It just doesn't feel like you've got a control or connection in the actual hand. So you can probably just see the flat part of the putter there. You can see how that's actually not square. So when you tilt it like that, the flat part is actually running up this way, which is what's going to go up against that forearm. So again, the standard loft on this SIK putter is also 7 degrees. Obviously because you've got that forward lean, but it does feel very nice on a balance. Quite like the head shape on this. Alignment aid, there's obviously a lot of different head shapes you can have. Oh, lovely. And that rolls off very nicely. Again, it's just a bit peculiar having that forward press. As I mentioned, I've spent a bit of time with both of these putters, just before I've turned the camera on, just to get used to that. Ooh. I'll tell you what, that rolls off the face really well. Obviously we've got that descending loft technology that SIK are maybe quite sort of famous for, with regards to that 4 degrees of loft at the top, and then as you work down the putter face, it goes to 3, goes 2, goes to 1 degree. So whichever way you attack the golf ball and whichever way you're striking it up and down the club face, there's a loft there just to try and control the launch and the roll on it. I must admit, it does feel like it really hugs the ground coming off the putter. Oh, I haven't hit that hard enough, that was right on line. That feels really nice off the putter face. Okay, so I think from there, I'm gonna now, I probably prefer that SIK putter in all honesty. Just the way the ball comes off, the look of it just suits my eye a little bit more, and I do much prefer that grip. Feels more comfortable in that playing position up against the lead forearm. So I'm now going to put that up against my ping game, which is a traditional 35-inch putter, and we'll see which one possibly is going to win. And if it's the ARMLOCK, will it make it in the bag? That's the big question. Okay, so hole number 6, last hole. I've dropped 1 shot, 1 3 putt, all the rest being 2 putts. Let's try and get this one back. Go, 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 go. Oh, right on line, right in the jaws. Goes and leaves it short. Okay, so there we go. There's 13 putts taken for 6 holes, 1 3 putt in there, all the rest were 2 putts. Let's move into the SIK ARMLOCK putt and see if we can improve on that and can it make it into the bag. Right, okay, so there we go, interesting little test there. Didn't hole really anything, but the SIK putter over the 6 hole, did it with 12 shots, 1 shot better than my traditional putter. So can that go in the bag? It's a contender. I feel like I'm just gonna have to do a little bit more testing, maybe take it to the golf course and just maybe do a little bit more. But I must admit, it does feel good. I'm not the greatest putter in the world, but it does feel like I can really control and just completely like take my hands out of the actual stroke itself. Just feels like it's just more of that rocking motion. So I totally understand. It seems like a really big advantage. Again, question to you as viewers, is it cheating? Is it gonna get banned soon? Who knows? Let's wait and see. Okay, appreciate watching the video as always. Let me know your thoughts. ARMLOCK putters, is that something you'd like to try? Is it a bit too wacky? Post comments down below, let me know as always. Thanks very much for watching. Do hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.